This is Matt for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fights. So I'd like to be joined by the Magic Man, Matty Harris. Magic. I'm not sure how sunny it is down your way, but I'm liking the glasses, bro.
Yeah, it's actually snowing. This is just a regular look I go for day to day. To be fair, most of the time I walk around just like a tramp, so I'd
Yeah.
rather people didn't know. To be fair, actually, I'm kind of hard to avoid being 6'8" in the way I look. So I was gonna say if anyone was able to recognize me, they know who I was straight away. But suppose it gives me peace of mind. I got a 5 on the sides on my haircut at the minute. I don't get cut unless I'm get me to fight. So
Why? Why?
because I'm training, I've got no need to be anywhere else. I'm training. I'll go to the shows occasionally if it's a good fight or
You're always at the
if I
show.
just
You're
mate
always
if I'm bored, I'll go to the shows or something, and it's good to meet the people.
networking.
That's what I noticed. When you turn up at other people's shows, you get a lot of people who come out, say hello, take pictures, all that kind of stuff, and I'm happy with that. I like speaking to the people.
Yeah. You were at the Misfits show last, I think, weren't you? Do you want to
Yep. Yes, I was.
talk to us about that and
Was
that?
you there?
Nah, I wasn't there, but I was in Newcastle. Talk to us about this tag team match. What do you think of it?
Do you know what? As I said, it's entertainment, isn't it? That's what the whole Misfits thing is. It's supposed to be entertaining. It's not. Hardcore fans are not really going to watch it, unless it was someone as big as the Jake Pauls and Tommy Furies.
Yeah.
But it's entertainment. It's what fits that crowd. So for me, I actually thought it was funny to watch. It's like watching, like in when you're in school and kids would meet up and have a little straightener, have a scrap in the playground.
Yeah.
Is that watching that? So it's quite funny to watch, but it's entertaining. It's entertainment, and I was gonna say these misfits are selling out shows wherever they go, so they're doing something right.
Yeah.
As opposed to, unfortunately, the way the world works, the real boxers don't. I say you can go to shows all over the country, and I guarantee, unless it's a super fight, it's not going to be sold out.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I think we can all take something away from these influencer shows in terms of people maybe trying to market themselves better. And I know everyone's on a
Yeah,
fine line and we can't all be outspoken and things like that, but I think there are certain elements you can
exactly.
take from it.
I tell you what, who's doing it quite well, and you got to credit him for it. Obviously Johnny Fisher and the whole Fisher family.
Yeah,
They do that quite well. They're kind of crossing over a little bit. They're dipping. He's a smart businessman. They're crossing over into that whole TikTok,
yeah,
Instagram kind of crowd, and they're doing a good job of it, to be honest. And I say, look at how many fans he's bringing to his shows, and he's what, 7-0.
yeah.
He's doing something right. He's doing something that the rest of us aren't, and that's why he's sells so many tickets.
100%. He's a good guy as well. Great family behind him. They all help him as well, so they've got a good base. Look, let's
Yeah. Hold on. Before it goes, at some point, I still want to fight him, but I do
Johnny
respect
Fisher.
him.
You and Johnny Fisher. Would you fight
Yeah.
him now?
Huh?
Would you fight him now?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I'm asking
Of
you.
course.
I'm asking you. Like, would you want him? As in, if he got offered to you today, would you fight him? Kind of thing.
Yeah. He's a massive name, isn't he? In terms of the novices, like even look at Fabio Wardley. He's a British champion, and he's not as famous as Johnny Fisher.
Yeah, I suppose in terms of a name, yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. And he's not on that kind of level yet. Fisher isn't. And
Not
look at the crowds he draws, and look at the publicity he's got. I'd fight him. Yeah, of course. I'd fight anyone.
what what happens. You and Johnny Fisher. You've seen his fights so far. What happens if you two meet?
I'd knock him out. You've seen my fight so far. You know what you did. I like the way you continuing to go around this route now. Now I brought up his name, but yeah,
You
I'd
said
feel
it.
confident.
You said it, not me.
I said it because as I said, I respect him as a businessman. I respect what he's doing. Him and his whole family are doing. Oh, just went on to 20%. sorry. I respect what him and his whole family are doing in terms of marketability.
Yeah.
They're wizards. They're brilliant. The whole family. But yeah, I'd still fight him, and I still think I'd knock him out. 100%. This is what we're in for. This is what we're in the game of boxing for.
Yeah, I like the fact that you jump in with that. You're back out.
Yeah.
You're back out anyway fairly soon. Milos Veletic, I think you pronounce his name. I had a look at him, 4 fights. You don't look, do you?
No. To me, as I said, every fighter is just another warm body in front of me. I haven't got a. I'm quite fortunate that way because I can think on my feet quite quickly, especially when it comes to boxing. I'm quite adaptable. So yeah, I was gonna say I don't really need to see too much of him. I'll know everything that I need to know in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys? I know you were talking about moving into a new gym. Have you guys moved into a new gym yet? I know Edwin were doing it. He was decorating the other day.
Did you see his shoes? Right now, we're in the process of doing it at the minute. I think we're supposed to be in early May, I think, but yeah, he's coming along. I was gonna say, to be fair to him, Edwin is a grafter because not only is he doing he's doing a lot of the work in the gym himself. Plus, he's training me, he's training Danny, he's training his other fighters as well. Plus, he's in the gym every night with the amateur lads for about 4 or 5 hours a night.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, there's a reason that his gym will become more and more successful as the years go on. Is because he puts the work in.
Is he training Joe? Is he training Joe as well?
Big Joe Bourne.
Yes.
Yeah. He trains Big Joe Bourne as well. Yeah.
He's got.
Yeah, he's a problem in the amateurs. He is. He's Do you know what? As I said, the kid is. He can punch so hard.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever been hit by anyone that can hit as hard as he can.
Yeah.
And you've seen some of the people I've been in with, some of the names I've sparred with, and I don't think I've been hit as hard as him. And he's only 8-0.
Well, amateur 8-0.
No, he's 7. I think he's had 9. He's won 8, knocked out 7, or something like that.
When's he turning over?
Silly. In amateurs.
When's he going to turn over?
When I say so.
Fucking hell. Don't tell me you're in charge of his career. Jesus.
You see, Matt, I feel like you're underestimating my intelligence here, especially when it comes to boxing. You know what it is? With Joe. Huh?
Magic Matty Promotions.
Hey, you got the picture of the money man on the wall behind you. It says I'm not stepping up to take his place.
Well,
you know what the thing is? With Joe, he's still learning though. He's still quite
raw.
As good as he is, yeah. He's still quite raw. You have to remember, he only walked into the gym, I think it was 3 years ago, something like that, 2 years ago. Obviously, he had a year out because of COVID and whatnot. So, but he's improving at a tremendous weight, and he can hold his own. And no, sorry, not weight, rate. Big lad, isn't he? It's the first thing that comes to my head. But he's improving at a tremendous rate. He's getting better and better every day, and he puts the work in. And another thing is he's got that toughness that you can't teach.
Yeah.
So, which is why I think, yeah, he'll go far with it. He'll do very well because he's a tough kid, a tough man. He's not a kid anymore; he's a man. But he's a tough dude, and that is what one of the key aspects of being successful in professional boxing. You have to be tough.
Yeah,
and he's got it.
We look forward to see him and his journey, and hopefully when he turns over under your guidance.
Yes.
I want to ask you about Fury Usyk just quickly. Looks like this fight might not happen now. I'm reading this morning, Alex Krassik's come out and said apparently they offered a 60-40 to the winner of that, and apparently it's been turned down. Apparently. Not heard anything from the Fury camp. Just what Michael Benson put out that Alex Krassik had said on, I think on TalkSport. What do you make of this? How disappointing is it going to be if we don't see this fight?
That will be a massive disappointment. As it was put out there, we haven't had an undisputed champion for the last 30 years. There is one. The last undisputed champion was Lennox Lewis. So we have an opportunity to for the sport to have one king of the heavyweight division, and I think that especially I was going to say these two guys that have got all the belts now, they should just get it on. The money comes later. The money comes with it. This is one of them things that I was going to say. They're either way. If you're on the 50-50 or 60-40, they're both going to make a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
So I was going to say it's one of them things that at some point you just got to leave your ego at the door. And I was going to say, if you're confident enough that you will win that fight, it shouldn't really matter. But I imagine the fighters are both up for it. It's that they're teams that will want to get the best deal possible for them.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. I don't think the fighters are really to blame here. Although, if the fighters really wanted to just get it on, and then they would. But I was going to say that their teams play a massive part in that, and who's talking to who. So
can you understand? Can you understand if this is at Wembley, why Tyson would want or command a bigger split coming into it?
You see, and it's difficult, yes, because all right, he's the big commercial draw, but Usyk still holds 3 of the 4 pieces of the undisputed. So it's one of them. Like if they both held 2 belts, or if Tyson held 3 and Usyk held 1, he was 64. Fair enough. But to be fair, I could understand, but still, to be fair, they wouldn't make as much money over here as they would in Saudi anyway.
Yeah, that's.
So I don't know why they don't just get it on over there.
Well, I think that was the plan, but I think that's now been, in terms of a time frame, been taken off the table for now. So I think that Tyson obviously wants to get out. I think April 29th is the date. So
okay,
if Wembley's the only option, then obviously the pot does decrease because the Middle East pay a hell of a lot more. But I think Tyson's way of thinking will be, well, in Saudi Arabia, okay, we're all getting a lot of money, but England, you're coming to my country. These people are coming here to see me. He sold out with Derek Chisora at Tottenham. He then did Dillian White at Wembley. He'll go, why would I give you 50-50? But then, like you said, there's the argument of, well, I've got 3 belts. You need it to make it happen.
Exactly.
Boxing. I hope we get to see it, because if not, it just adds fuel to the fire for these other shows that take a lot more, I think, eyes on the sport. Right.
100%. 100%.
What do you make of? I've got to ask you this, Conor Benn. Have you seen the Piers Morgan interview? And has it?
Do you know what?
And has it changed your mind on what you originally thought, if you did think anything?
So this is something that I'm always careful with these kind of things, not to. Listen, I'm supposedly more invested than the rest because I didn't get paid because I missed out on that show.
I was there.
Yeah, I was supposed to be boxing on that show, and the whole show got pulled, so I ended up losing out. So, but as I said, I try my best. I don't want to. I'm not here to put anyone down. I'm not here to try and ridicule or persecute me. If he's done it, only he will know if he's intentionally taken that substance or not.
Yeah.
So as I said, I did watch it, and my opinions on the matter are not something that I'm willing to put out there because, as I said, these things have a funny way of coming back and biting you on the ass.
Yeah, just more looking at
my language.
No, that's fine. No, I'm just wondering.
And as I said, no, I don't know him personally, and without sitting down and speaking to him and looking him dead in the eyes, man to man, I couldn't give you an opinion. As I said, I feel, as I said, he's got very strong opinions on what he did, and the one thing that I will say on the matter, if I was him, just release your documents, because it's your personal research. It's not like you are legally bound by confidentiality agreements with another, say anti-doping agency that has done this investigation.
Yeah.
This is your personal report.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was him, I'd just release it and let the public decide for themselves. But as I said, I'm not in his shoes. I hope to never be in his shoes.
Yeah.
But who knows? You know. All I can say is I wish him all the best. I don't know him personally, but I wish him all the best.
That's a very objective way of looking at things, Matthew.
Yeah.
Played that one really nice, haven't you?
Thank you very much.
Look, I appreciate your time as always. Thanks for giving us some
Matt,
one.
first we've barely touched on my fight.
I'm coming up. You see the setup there was appreciate you giving us your time, and we're looking at your fight. You've already said I asked you about your fight, and you said I'll adapt after 30 seconds was your words. What else do I need to know then? Tell me, go on. We did touch on it. Quickly.
It's on March 31st. I'll be boxing. I think I've got a live TV slot, actually. Yeah, on Channel 5. So yeah, as I said, I'm looking forward to it, mate. Looking to push for titles towards the back end of this year, whatever form they come in. So yeah, onwards and upwards.
I was going to say, where you are now from where you started, do you see now a path? Because I know a lot of the time, especially if you've not had hundreds of amateur fights, it's about building up that experience on the job, and you've done that.
Yeah,
you've done that very well. Obviously, you've had your big knockouts. I know the last one you probably maybe a bit frustrated with because you maybe wanted it to continue, but I think the ref probably saved him from what was going to happen straight after. Are you at a stage now where you can go, right, a few more of these, then this, then a bit of a jump, a few more of these, then a little title? Are you at that point now?
Yeah. Well, I think it's because my promoters and anyone around me saw how I handle the big occasions. It doesn't faze me. I'm okay. I'm calm, collected, and it keeps me switched on. I perform better. The brighter the lights, the better my performance. Yeah. It's just the way I'm wired. And I was gonna say, and because of that, a lot of the people around me, I listen. I'm a very self-confident individual. I do believe that a lot of I work too hard. I put the work in, so that's what gives me confidence under the bright lights. That's what gives me comfort, knowing that how hard I've worked. The performance is just the icing on the cake. The only real pressure I ever feel is to look good.
Yeah.
In my head, I've won the fight. I've seen it hundreds of times over and over and over in my head. I've got quite a strong mind, but the only real pressure comes with knocking people out and then making it look good.
But you're going to come to a point where, well, I assume you are. You might not. You might go on a crazy spree of just knocking everyone out, which may happen. But you'll eventually maybe find that one guy he'll just take the kitchen sink and everything you throw at him, and you're going to have to be at loggerheads with yourself and say, I need to win and not make a mistake going for the kill. Someone who's seasoned, who's been there, seen it, done it, and they just keep you hitting them with everything and they're going nowhere. And I know you believe in your power, but
I tried to call you John then for some reason. Matt, when you see me hurt someone and going for a finish, do you ever see me rush or panic or go in throwing loads of shots? That's not me.
No,
I'm always calculated.
Yeah.
I always take my time and make sure that I don't waste anything.
Yeah. One thing I will say about you is I think might have been the first or second time we met. You are really knowledgeable about boxing. I'm not saying that to sort of like thingy, but you were reeling off dates of things in the past that I'd never even, not that I'd not heard of, but you had like exact dates, times, and what happened in like historically. Is there a specific fighter who you ever watched, not to emulate, but who you had an interest in from the heavyweights? I know everyone likes Tyson, but did you watch anyone and were like, right, either study him or see what he did, kind of thing?
Do you know what? As I said, the ones I've watched the most, maybe Lennox Lewis. I'd say I pretty much watched all of his fights that are on TV. Yeah. Or that were on YouTube, sorry. Well, he was the best of his era. I watch other fighters. I watch that you can pick things up from. aside from the big names, your Pinklin Thomases and people like that who did things very well. And as I said, that you can learn something from everyone.
Yeah.
Even if Pinklin Thomas was still a world champion before he boxed Mike Tyson, and the crazy thing is, have you seen this little documentary?
Who's? Not Mike's.
He was on heroin when he fought Mike Tyson.
Wait,
How crazy is that?
you'd have to be to fight him, wouldn't you?
But no, he was on it most of his career,
What?
which is sad. Yeah. He was on it most of his career, which is sad. But it shows I suppose maybe he wasn't mentally tough enough to do it on his own. He needed help from other substances.
Yeah.
But he was still a very good fighter, and he was a tremendous fighter. And as I said, there's other fighters from other heavyweights. I watch all weight classes, but there's other heavyweights from the 70s onwards who were very good heavyweights that, because they didn't have or maybe they slipped up in a big fight, they still did really good things. And even your not, what's his name, Razor Ruddocks, and
Yeah.
Like he had that punch that was called the smash. Is like a long lead left uppercut. As I said, but you can learn something from everyone. And I was gonna say that you take the bits like that punch. I like that one, so I'll practice it. I'll use it. I'll take that into as part of my style. There's many different things you can learn from loads of different heavyweights. How they control the center of the ring. How they back up when they're under fire. Which way do they go? Do they go right? Do they go left? Or do they go straight back? Or how many steps do they take back before you go up? There's so many different aspects and things that you can learn watching, especially the old guys, because you're better off watching who did what well, why it worked, what they did wrong, what didn't work, and take the bits that worked, if that makes sense. But you have to be able to separate the two into the good and the bad. And I believe that's how you become the most complete fighter.
It's a very good way.
I'm going to be here for a long time, Matt. I feel like you don't.
I'm
going to be around for a long time, man.
We speak a lot, mate. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing you on your journey.
I'm going to be around for the next 12 years, 13 years. Think about it, I'm only 23 now. I feel like people forget that.
I'm not doubting you. I know you're only a pup. You're only young.
Because I'm so young, people doubt that. And I was going to say, like, I realize I'm still eligible to go for the youth world titles. I'm still a youth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You are, but you're not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I am, but I'm not. But I'm still eligible to go for them. You can box up for them up until the day you turn 24. So I was gonna say, people don't understand that I'm still very young on the job. I'm still learning. But this is something that I'm very passionate about my career, and I'm very calculated.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, this is something that a lot of fighters. I'm not good on the whole social media kind of stuff. I'm rubbish with it. That's something you should probably know. That's something that I need to learn and work on. I never post. I never do anything on it.
It's not always a bad thing though, because social media, I think, takes up a lot of time. Lot of time. And you can get, I mean, on an evening, I'll be lost down the rabbit hole and I'll be looking at about 500 reels before I go to sleep sometime. I'm just like, what the hell have I been doing? What was the point? Like, some funny stuff in it, like, but it's like, it's sometimes you could just ring off it and just leave it alone. But for my job, I have to be involved in social media, quite obviously. But I get, like, for you who's just got fighting to think about, why it can be like, don't really need to kind of thing. But I'm sure you'll work that out. I'm sure you'll work that out.
Eventually. As I said, I might get other people to do my social media for me, people that I trust. Like, I have no. It's like my Facebook. I don't do that. I haven't even got Facebook on my phone. Someone else does that for me. Yeah, honestly, I've got nothing to do with it. It's an account of me that's made for me to promote and all that kind of stuff.
You're on Instagram. You're on Twitter now. Eventually, aren't you?
Yeah, I am on Twitter. I am going to name drop him here because I'm going to have to chill him. But Chris Ridgway has been really getting on to me.
I knew you
about boosting my social medias.
You do. You do.
But he's right because, and I said, and I'm gonna go back to it quickly. That's what the Fishers have got. They're amazing on social media, brilliant. They're absolute wizards on it, and that's why they've got the following that they've got. I'm useless on social media, and that's why people will see me. I'm one of them guys that, you know, they walk past. I recognize that face from somewhere, but I can't put a name to it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the level I'm at.
Well, if they get
I
confused,
feel like I know him from somewhere, but
if they get
yeah,
confused, they can just look at that hat, can't they?
yeah. No, but most of the time I'm not wearing it. I might be walking. But it's like when I go to the shows, you get people stare at you and look at you. But as I said, you're at that level where maybe I recognize him from somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where I know him from.
Yeah.
Whereas there, at the name, oh, that's Johnny Fisher, or that's Big John, or blah 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 blah.
Yeah. You are only a few fights deep as well, so I think once you get to like
True.
10, 12, 15, I think that'll just come with time. It will come with time. Well,
Yeah.
look, I appreciate you giving us a lot of your time today. Sat from your car, new merchandise on.
I've got you a hat as well, Matt. Remind me at the next show. I'll make sure I've got it with me.
100%. I'll try and make a trip down your way one day. We'll do some stuff in the gym. Get your social.
That would be amazing.
Popping. Get your social media popping.
You're more than welcome down here anytime. You know that, Matt.
Yeah. No, look. Appreciate your time. Looking forward to your next fight as well.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, be hopefully for you another big performance, and we'll have a catch up on fight week.
Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it.
No worries. Have a good day, bud.
All the best.